Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel and to week 30 of Roxy's weekly challenge, which this week is making a mini trifold accordion ephemera holder, or several, as many as you can make really. Which I've written down because I've never remembered it. It's quite a mouthful. And I did make a little prototype yesterday so that I'd had an idea of what the processes that were involved, because there seemed to be lots going on. So I thought if I don't make a prototype, I'll just get lost and forget what I'm doing. So I've just made that and it's worked out okay. I'll just show you it and then we'll get started on making some more. So it's a little bit stuck together. I probably did it up before it had completely. That's something to remember, don't tie it together until it's all dry. So there it is, and it's just a little accordion trifold here, which is, yeah, it is opening. Just takes a little, it's just a little bit stuck, but not too badly. So there we are. That's what I'm making today. I'll get that out of the way, and we'll make a start. So I've got all my book pages ready to go and ready to cut, and I'm just using some digital papers that I've downloaded. These are probably all Rachel papers, just because hers seem to work really well in her challenges, so that's what I tend to stick with. Right, so let's make a start. I'm not going to put my timer on today. I'm going to be a bit more relaxed about it. I'll let you know where I am at 45 minutes and see how far I've got. But I'm not aiming too high. I've only got 4 pieces ready to go here. I think it'll take me all of the 45 minutes, probably even to make half of those, I don't know, especially if I'm going to decorate them. But let's make a start and do it in a sort of mass making sort of a way. So I'm going to, and I have printed on the backs as well, so there's something of interest on the back. So I think I'm going to fold that up like that. These are the full length of the copy paper, so I think they're going to be a little bit longer than the ones Rachel was making, but they're about, and they're 4 inches. Well, I made them 4 inches wide, so I think that's quite a nice place to fold it up, and then fold it down about there. That's quite a nice piece. It's quite nice to do some colourful pieces as well. There's one, and yeah, I think that's where the way. So I'm not measuring where I'm folding it up to. I'm just going where I think would be nice. So I think my book pages are, oops, they're not really going to fill it up, but then you've got to allow for the tabs, so I think that's probably about right. There we are, that one. It's really pretty, isn't it? Yeah, we've just had, I think this is Wednesday, but we just had the most amazing weekend with our granddaughter. Jenny and was her mum, and Alyssa both came and stayed with us for the weekend. It's the first time they've been to stay for probably a couple of years. For one reason or another, it just hasn't worked out, and Alyssa's been dying to sleep in her Peppa Pig bedroom that we've made for her. And I mean, what makes it Peppa Pig? It's got Peppa Pig curtains and a Peppa Pig duvet set, and that's pretty much it. But it's only a little room, but she loves it. She always goes straight there when she arrives and gets the toys out. This looks a little bit uneven on the sides. I'm just going to trim it up. Yeah, she absolutely loves her little room, so she was really happy to come and stay. And we had a lovely time, because the weekend before, if you remember, we helped look after her because she wasn't very well. She just had a really nasty cough and a cold, and felt very poorly and wasn't really herself at all. Wasn't able to settle to playing with anything, and she was, not a happy girl. But this weekend she was a different child. She was in really great form, and yeah, it was just absolutely lovely to have her here. And yeah, I'd had this bright idea during the week before, about midweek, about a week ago, that I would have a look on Facebook Marketplace. Well, that's worked out rather well, hasn't it? Look at that. Sort of lined up. Who knew that would happen? Okay, so that's those. I'll come back to my story in a minute when I've done the next bit. And the next bit is cutting these pages. So as these are 4 inches, I think I need to cut these at 3.5. Let's just check 3.5 is right before I... Yeah, I think 3.5 will be about right. Yeah, so I wanted to buy her a doll's house, and I had a look on Facebook Marketplace to see if there was any locally, and there was. I managed to find one, and they were literally less than 10 minutes, well under 10 minutes up the road, this doll's house that I found. And it was, I want to do it at the fold line, because that's, we can guarantee that's more likely to be straight. Yeah, they were less than 10 minutes up the road, so we went along and picked it up on Wednesday evening, and it's perfect. It was pink and wooden and 3 stories high, so it was just right for her. It just needed a little wipe over, really. It was not hardly anything wrong with it. It lost its front door, but that wasn't an issue, so she's not going to worry about that one when she's playing in it. Yeah, so I just had to give it a little clean over, and it was perfect. So then I just went onto Amazon to order some furniture and some little people for her to have as a family. So that was, and that actually came by Friday. I had the whole kit, so that wasn't bad in 2 days. Get it kitted out. So I got it all ready for her in the living room, in the fireplace, ready, waiting for her when she arrived. And she kind of walked in and just went straight in, you know, and played with it for ages. She played with it pretty well all weekend. She absolutely loved it. So I was really, really happy about that. And she had a lovely time. But part of the playing with it, I did get her some little bits of fabric out so she could have little rugs and things and put stuff on the beds. And yeah, she discovered that Nana had some interesting things in her craft room, and we made several visits after that. I only got her a few little pieces of fabric out, but no, we had to keep going and getting more. And she was going upstairs going, "Fabric, here we come." So she's learnt a new word. She has such a great vocabulary already, but yeah, she learnt some new ones here. So she's got craft room and fabric, and then she discovered stamps. Nana has some interesting stamps. So we got all my animal stamps out, and she did some stamping. And then she found the daubers. You know, she enjoyed using one of these to stamp lots of circles all over the paper. So I've kept all the bits of paper that she's stamped on. And I have in mind to make myself a little journal to work in. I may even work on camera, I don't know at the moment. But I want to make myself a journal so I can start recording all these lovely things that are happening. Because I haven't really got anywhere to do that these days with not doing the scrapbooking anymore. So yeah, so she had a lovely weekend, and so did we. It was just wonderful just to have her here, and she was pretty good at night time. She settled down quite quickly. I think we wore her out. She played so hard. She fell asleep quite quickly, really. She had a couple of little wake-ups, as they do at that age, but no, she was good. She's just slept right through to the morning. Just such a good girl, and such a pleasure with. We had lots of pretend cups of coffee. Give her a couple of red cups and a drop of water, and she's happy as Larry for ages. Making pretend cups of coffee for her Nana and Grandad and for her mum. So yeah, it was lovely. Hope we can do it again soon. I think she'd be quite happy to come and stay here again. After the weekend before, when she was so miserable, I thought, oh, she's not going to want to come. But no, she was loving it. One more to cut. Oh, I've got this one to do another piece from. So still measuring my 3.5s. Yeah, so that was our weekend, and it was just lovely. And I think we're seeing the whole family next weekend, because Hannah and George are finally moving into their new house at the end of this week. So they're having a welcome to our new house barbecue, I think, at the weekend. So we're all going to be going over for that. So that'll be lovely as well. Okay, I think that's all I need. So yeah, we're having some fun weekends at the moment. Get rid of these little pieces. Oh, got that about right. There's only one piece left, so that wasn't too bad. Right, so the next thing to do. Now Rachel did made her next thing was to glue her pockets, or not her pockets, her little ephemera holder pieces together. I want to do it slightly differently because I found it's a bit tricky to get the tabs in when they're all glued up. So I want to do the tabs next. That's not the piece, I don't need that. Right, so what I've got some letter paper here, which is the same as she used. And I've been dying to use it because I bought it from Etsy a little while ago and I haven't used it yet. So I thought I'd use it. What I'm going to try and do is, hoping I've made it wide enough. I'm not sure I have. I'll have to do another one. Fold it up a bit, make it a bit deeper. Let's cut this piece off. I thought rather than stamping first and folding afterwards, I thought I'd fold it first and then try and stamp it on the fold so that then I haven't got two pieces, I've got a single piece that I can just pop over the top. So if you watch Rachel's video you can see that she did all her stamping first and then she tried to fold them as close to the edge as she could. I thought I might try and make it a bit easier for myself and do it the other way round. So we'll see how that goes. I think on the one on my prototype I managed to get two of them close to the edge and one not quite. But I've got three colours of ink here. I've got black, blue and red. So I've got 4 to make, so I've got to do 4 of each. So I'll probably have to do another one of these in a moment, but I don't know how much I need. So I'm going to do the black ones. Do my black ones. I need 4, don't I? I'm just going to try and get it as close to the edge as I can. Oh, it's not quite managed it. Good start. I need to know. I know I need to go a little higher. Second one. It's probably close enough, just. But I've got something in the middle there, so that's not good. Don't want that, do I? Okay, so that wasn't the most successful stamping. Let's try it with this piece. So I don't really want to use that one, because that one with the bit in the middle, because that's. I'll try not to press it so hard this time. Go a bit higher. That's better. Oh. Now I'm putting marks on the paper. I'm stamping on my mat now. Oh goodness me. That's not going to come off because it's archival. Never mind. Oh well, let's try again. It's not to press so hard when I'm tapping it. That one's better. I need one more black one. Okay, it's almost gone off completely there. Okay, this, just stamp it off on my book. Let's do the red ones next. And it's almost gone off completely. There we are. That's probably the best one so far. Let's fold another piece. Right. I may do one or two extras. It's because some of them not been the most successful. That's a good one. Okay. I think I've probably got enough of the red ones now. Stamp it off on my book page and do, hang on, where's the blue? I think this is the blue one. It's very juicy, this blue one, because it's new, and the red one, they're both quite juicy as you can see. Okay. Those off. And fold again. That'll come out quite well. Do an extra one just in case. Those ones, I'm getting my eye in a bit now. Quite like these. We'll do one more. I've always got some spares then. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more black ones as I've got a bit of space. Certainly one more, because I don't like some of the black ones that I did. And I might just squeeze one more in. There we go. Okay. Right. I'll cut these out now. I think this is the bit that takes the longest, doing this bit of stamping and cutting out the tabs. But they're very effective, so I do like them. Really, really clever idea. Right, put that to one side. Where did I start? I think I'm going to do, yeah, that one wasn't too bad. Get my little box for the bits. So has anybody been watching the Olympics? I love the Olympics. Always watch it. It's a bit of a funny time it's on at the moment. I think Rachel talked about it as well. I'm certainly not getting up at the crack of dawn like she did to watch any of it live, especially as the BBC are showing it pretty much all day long. So anything you missed, you get to see at some point during the day. But yeah, there's been some nice successes for Team GB. A few unexpected ones, which is lovely. I particularly enjoyed seeing those young gymnasts getting their bronze medal. That was so lovely yesterday. 2 16-year-olds. 16-year-old twins. I don't know if you saw them, but I guess if you're in the States you would have been watching your girls winning their medal. But I was watching it live, and of course over here, because the coverage was very much concentrating on the battle between the US and Russia, there wasn't much coverage, certainly not much live coverage of most of the other teams that were battling it out for bronze. And we didn't see very much of our girls, and when I first started watching it they were lying in 7th, and then I think they managed to get up to 5th, and I thought, well, they'll be lucky to hold on to that. And they're such a young team, that was probably, didn't really expect anything else really. And then right at the end, the presenters were saying, we're lying in 3rd. How did that happen? And yeah, right at the end, they managed to snatch the bronze out of the, goodness knows out of where. It's amazing. Wasn't expecting it at all. It was lovely. Lovely to see them, these youngsters, doing so well. I've got 2 black, 2 reds. I need 2 more reds. So I'm going to have that one. And I'm going to have that one. Not that one. I'll cut that out later. Yes, that was lovely to see. Both my daughters used to do gymnastics when they were young. I mean, Jenny did it for about 9 years. She loved it. They both did. And she used to go to little local competitions, just in Hertfordshire, not sort of anything national or anything like that. But and so she has a little stash of medals herself. So we've always been interested in the gymnastics, but she was never at that sort of level. But even at local level, they can win gold medals and things. And she has a little stash of gold medals and a few others as well. And yeah, it was lovely to watch. We used to really enjoy watching it. It was very stressful, of course. But I'm just going to fold that up a fraction more. It's not going to line up if I do it too much. Yeah, so that was. So we've always been interested in the gymnastics. Always love watching it. Just trim that off. That's it. That's that one. And now I've just got to do the blue ones. Those didn't come out so well, so I'm going to have this set here, I think. I think right now, right at this very moment, the men's all-around final is underway, and we have a couple of guys in that. And I was definitely tossing up, shall I do my video or shall I watch the gymnastics? And the video won, so I'm doing this instead, on the assumption that it's going to take a little while to get through them all, and it may still be going and getting to the interesting bit by the time I finish my video. That's the blue one. It does take a little bit of time just to do all this, but it's all part of the process. Actually, they're quite fun to do. I think I've got probably using a very similar stamp to Rachel. It's got to be fairly small to work as a tab. I think this. I'm not sure if this is a bit bigger than the one she used. I don't know which set she got hers from. I got mine from my little stamp. This one is from the Tim Holtz Field Notes set. I can't remember if she used that as well. I think a lot of people have got that set, and it's got a couple of little label stamps in it. The other one is more of just a little plain oblong, and I wanted the one with the little corner, cut off corner bits, because I like that shape. Right, it's the last one. Yes. That one. Okay. That's those all ready to stick on. So I'm going to put them in the little pile of colours so I can then have one colour, one of each colour for each. About. Got both the two. Have I got any? I've got to do some more black ones. Did I print? Oh no, I didn't cut out the last of the two black ones, did I? That's right, because the first ones I did I wasn't particularly happy with, so I've got to cut these out. Sorry. Not quite finished after all. One. There we are. All done. Get hold of it. Okay. So the next thing to do is go through each one and right, the tabs go at the top, so I've got to have it, make sure they're all the right way around. Do them one at a time. Get my glue book in. So I don't know if it's right, but I thought it would be easier to put these on before I glued the sides together. Just make sure I don't have it going right to the edge. Just come up a little bit. There's one. Ooh. Too much glue there. Put this one on the other side. Slightly in from the edge. No, not on that one. Don't want them all on the one. Don't want them all on the same one, do I? No, I do not. About the same height though. Just pull it up a little bit and slightly over. There we are. Okay, and then the middle one can be blue. Ooh. Very soft, this glue. And this one, sort of in the middle. Try to get it to about the same height as the other two. About right. Just get a piece of, oops, excuse me. Right, so that's 30 minutes. So we know how far we've got, because I've just had to turn my camera back on. So just make sure this isn't stuck that way. And now I'm just going to do my bit of where's my glitter glue gone? It's hiding in plain sight, I think. Oh, it's fallen over, that's why I couldn't see it. And I'll just do the sides at the same time. One. There. Two. I haven't got any glue on the back there. Right. Three. That's ready to stick together. Let's do the next one. So this paper is from her, what do they call them? The tapestry one. I forget what she calls it. Are these all the tops? Yep. Okay, let's put these on. What do they call them? Oh, don't know what's going on. Can't remember my words today. It'll come to me. I want to do it that way around, I think. Okay, that one. Black one. Samplers. And it'll come to me eventually. That's her samplers kit, which I really like. Right, that one. And then blue one. Let's make sure it's about the same sort of height. Yep, that's about right. And then we'll do the sides as well. That's one of these. How are we doing? So I've got about 10 minutes at least to try and construct these. Might be able to get those. Might be able to get them, 3 of them put together maybe. Might have to finish the last one off camera. That's 2. Let's do this one. Put the tabs on, and then we'll get the little book page fillers put in the middle. That goes that way, that goes that way, that goes that way. Okay, let's do a blue one first. Yes, I think it's definitely easier to put the tabs on before you've glued up the sides. Slide that down a bit. It's not quite straight. Straighten it up. Okay. That one. Get a black one. Black one. Yeah. Too much glue, it's very soft. Okay, so put them same height. Yeah, that's about right. And then we need a red one for the middle. Oops, don't need to stick together. Not yet. Are we the same height again? Yeah. Let's just straighten it up a touch. There we go. And that's that one. So I'll put that to one side for now to dry. Let's go back to the first one and see if we can put it together. Let's get me pin in my glue. Right, so now to open this up, put that to one side. Where's the rest of them gone? Oh, left them behind. Right, so just going to put the glue, line of glue down the middle. I need to just wipe around the edge, it's just got ooh, gucky around the edge. It's horrible. Don't think there's much left in this one, so I've got a new one ready to go if I need it. I need to put that somewhere where it's not against the paper, because I find sometimes I put my wet wipe somewhere and it ends up making some of my paper all wet. You get a nasty sort of line where it's discoloured. Right, line of glue down the middle. Line that up. There we are. And a line of glue down the middle again. And line that one up. Whoop. And then finally glue down the middle of the back one, and you put it in. Not at the bottom. So I could have made these taller as it happens. So, but never mind. So you've got somewhere to write down here. And I might just decorate that in a moment. Let that dry. So these are probably somewhat taller than these need to be, are taller than they need to be, or these could be a little deeper, I guess, but that's fine. Wipe this off again. Whoop. It's slipping and sliding. Okay. Oh, actually I should have put the middle one in the middle, shouldn't I? Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Never mind. And that bit of paper keeps following me around, that little tiny cut-off piece keeps popping up. Let's line that up. Okay, glue down the middle. Put that there. And stick it in the book. Well, that's not a book. Don't know what it is, what you'd call this. Holder. And that goes there. Make sure each of these is opening. Yep, that seems to be opening, so I won't just leave that. I'll just check the other one as well. Make sure it's not. There we go. And yep, I think that's opening. So I'm just going to do this third one, and that's probably going to take me more or less to my. That's the middle. Do that to the front. No, that's all. Do it that way round. That's it. Okay. This one in there. Oh, is that being glued down? Did I not remember to glue that down? I must have been in too much of a hurry and I forgot to glue the sides down. That's not good, is it? Do it quickly now. I bet you spotted I had done that. Forgotten. A small matter of gluing down the sides. There's always a little step I forget. In some of these challenges you get so caught up with the time factor. You can sometimes easily forget some small but very vital part of the process. So I better just do this front one as well, haven't I? Don't think it's unduly messed things up. Good thing I remembered finally. Okay, fold that up. And then we glue down the middle of the back. And pop it in the booklet, whatever it is, ephemera holder. Put that in there. Okay. Leave that one to dry. Put my inks out of the way. So where are we? We're at about 45 minutes now. So that's as far as I got in 45 minutes. So I've kind of made them, but they need a bit of finishing now, don't they? And I've got this one to make, which I'll have to do afterwards. So what I want to do, what I like to do, that's just personal preference, I like to round the corners. So this corner rounder is not the most efficient. If I'd have thought about it, I think I'd have printed these on slightly thicker paper, because the copy paper is okay, but it's not that robust really. And then I'm going to do the holes, and I'm going to put eyelets in mine. Rachel just used hole reinforcers, and I do have some, but they're very white, and I don't find that they ink up very well. I've got the sort of slightly shiny ones, like the one she was talking about having. Now I've just got to try and get this sort of in the middle. Is it sort of central? Okay, there's one. Let's do this one. I don't imagine I'll get as much decorating done as Rachel managed to do, but then that's nothing unusual. For some reason I always find that's the most daunting part, because there's so many things to choose from. Trying to decide what you're going to put, whether it's going to be a flower or a butterfly or something else, birds, or some other sort of decorative element. Too many choices. Right. I'll do my little hole again. Just trying to find the central point. Just going to do it by eye. It's not. Where is it coming down? No, I've got it far enough in. Okay. It's close enough. Whoops. Stand him up again. Right, and then this one. Now that's not quite central, is it? So I'm going to have to put that slightly over to the side. So that flower, what I meant was this flower is quite slightly off centre, so hopefully I'll put my hole roughly in the middle. Okay, then what we need to do is set some eyelets in those holes. So let's choose my eyelets. So this one, I think I'm going to have I got? Is it going to work? Pink. I think the pink one works on there. Okay. On this one, I think that sort of coppery colour works quite well. So that's that one. And on this one, could do a turquoise one. Fix out the colour there. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay. And this thing makes it so easy to set the eyelets. May not be the cheapest tool, but it's one of my favourites because it works really well for me. She says, as she misses the gets the thing in the wrong place. But if you've got dodgy hands, you don't need any strength in your hands. Just get the whole arm behind it, and it's in, and you've set it. So I'll put a pink one in here. Oops. Okay. And then the copper one on this one. Oop. Okay, that went on the floor, so I better get another one out quick. Got plenty in that colour. Goodness knows if I'll ever find the one on my floor. There's so many things that they go on your floor and then you just can't see them. They disappear. That's lovely. Oh, that went in nicely, that one. Right. Now we need to do the binding. This was another bag that Alyssa discovered at the weekend. As you can see, it's been a lizard. She took them all out. So, what colour do I need to go with this one? Some choices. That might work. It's very thin though. Got some black. Have I got any blue? Yes, I do. Tangled. I think I quite like the blue on there. Now she put it through there. Put it through there. Wound it round. And then did it up here. I do believe. Just going to unravel a bit more. Tying bows on camera is not my forte. If you've seen any of my videos, you'll know that. Got a bit tangled, so I'll probably cut too much off just to make sure I've got enough to work with. Give it a go. probably got far too much, but I'd rather have that than fiddle about with a piece that's too short. There we are. That's that one done. I can trim it a bit, I think. Okay, there's one. I know it's not decorated. That's not going to happen on this. I don't think that's going to happen on this video because I'm going to run out of time. Okay, so what colour do I want for this one? Wondering whether the black would look nice. I have got this slightly thicker pink. Not a lot of it, but it's... Yeah, I think I might use that. It's pink on the paper. I've got my pink eyelet, so I think the pink baker's twine will work quite nicely too. Try not to tie it too tight because it'll all just pull it because it's such thin paper. So if you do have to print off any paper to do this, I would suggest printing it, if you've got it, onto slightly thicker paper, just to make this a little bit stronger. And I have got some 120 GSM paper, which I think I would prefer to have used if I were doing it again. But it's worked out okay, it's alright. And then this one, I've got some minty green sort of coloured. God, I've got so many bits. I think this is the best colour for my work. Find the end. Right. That through there. Pull it around here. And then do... And I think I might be inclined to stick my baker's twine to the back, because that way you're not going to lose it when you untie it, each time you untie it. Now if I make this a bit too short, I may have done. Especially if you start putting things in the little ephemera holder. It might be a bit tricky to do up. Oh ho, here we go, managed it. There we are, so they're not decorated, but actually, because they're so pretty on the outside, I'm not going to worry about that too much. I might go in and add some little decorative pieces inside off camera, and then if I do, I'll add some photographs to the end so you can see what I've done. Okay, so just get rid of that bit. There we are, 3 pieces, not finished in the 45 minutes, but nevertheless finished to my satisfaction in an hour. So there we are. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that, and please do join me again soon. Bye for now.